3. Be a sustainable and resilient community. 4. Facilitate an efficient multimodal transportation network. 5. Build a beautiful and welcoming community. 6. Build a diverse and attractive economy. As we work toward each of these goals, the city will utilize a series of guiding principles focused on customer service, fiscal responsibility, innovation, setting workshop. Then from March through June, staff works to fund the Commission priorities through the budget development process. The proposed budget is presented to the Commission in July. The city conducts public hearings and the city adopts the budget in September. In October, we can start implementing plans to make those priorities a reality. Commission priorities are the product of collaboration and prioritization by the City Commission to highlight areas of significant importance. The Commission priorities ensure the city is nimble and prompt in responding to an ever-changing environment. As we move toward these goals, accountability is paramount. Here are some key accomplishments made over the last year on previous Commission priorities. Economic development. This year, nearly $13 million in business incentives and forgivable loans were provided through the Community Redevelopment Agency. Another $16 million is allocated for targeted investments in the coming year. Housing accessibility. The city is addressing housing accessibility through a dual-pronged approach. We've expanded the homeless outreach team, continued providing services through our community court program, and contributed funding to open new, affordable residential housing in downtown. This year, more than $13 million in services are focused on these goals. Infrastructure and resilience. Over the course of the past year, the city has made significant strides in improving its infrastructure. We're breaking ground on the new Prospect Lake Clean Water Center. We're improving stormwater infrastructure across the city to address chronic flooding. In all, more than $1 billion is dedicated to new and ongoing projects across the city. Public places. The voter-approved $200 million park bond program continued this year with the construction of Phase 1 projects and progress toward projects in Phase 2. This year, $19 million is dedicated for maintaining the beauty of the city's parks and medians. Public safety. The city broke ground on the long-awaited new state-of-the-art police headquarters. Over the last 2 years, we've added a total of 35 new police officers and 26 positions in the fire department. A new community support unit was also created to address neighborhood concerns. Transportation and traffic. $1.7 million have been allocated in the fiscal year 2024 budget to continue the successful Laudergo Micro Mover program, offering free micro-transit service. The city also worked to submit 3 projects for surtax funding from Broward County. If funded, these projects will be for completing streets, increasing capacity, and new road construction. Looking ahead, as we progress toward those goals in fiscal year 24, now is the time for the Commission to look to the future. A community survey of neighbors and businesses asked what they'd like to see in the coming year.
I believe the City Commission should continue to make public safety a top priority to meet the growing demands and growth within our community, therefore providing the resources that they need to do their job.
The City of Fort Lauderdale put into place in their strategic plans a focus on the development of affordable housing and homeless services, and we've seen the progress, and we continue to encourage the city to strengthen their efforts.
I believe the Commission should keep our taxes low to give our residents more money to spend in our local businesses.
Those are just a few examples of what you told us you're looking for from the city. Now, the City Commission will set the strategic priorities for fiscal year 25. With your input, together, we are the city you never want to leave. Together, we are FTL.
Look at everything in this park today and realize how for generations to come people will enjoy this space.
Hi, I'm Mayor Dean. Elon Musk and the city are working together to help get Fort Lauderdale moving again.
Yeah, sure.
With tunnels, safe, efficient, and fast.
You want to do what?
Moving us efficiently in clean, safe electric vehicles.
No kidding.
No kidding. Downtown to the beach in less than 5 minutes, cheaper than a cup of coffee.
That's really cool.
And we're just getting started, so stay tuned.
Hey humans, did you hear? For the first time ever, pets can roam in all city parks. Before we explore, there's some ground rules. First things first, I gotta be on a leash, 6 feet max. Here's a biggie. I can't play on the athletic fields, courts, playgrounds, water splash pads, or bodies of water, unless they're designated for animals. But don't worry, there's plenty of park for me to explore. If you get too rough with your friends or bark too much, your human may be asked to take you home. This next one stinks. Your human needs to clean up after you. So don't step in it and make sure they bring a pet waste bag. And we must all be healthy. That means vaccinations and license. Follow these rules and we can all enjoy the city of Fort Lauderdale's parks together.
Hey humans, did you hear? For the first time ever, pets can roam in all city parks. Before we explore, there's some ground rules. First things first, I gotta be on a leash, 6 feet max. Here's a biggie. I can't play on the athletic fields, courts, playgrounds, water splash pads, or bodies of water, unless they're designated for animals. But don't worry, there's plenty of park for me to explore. If you get too rough with your friends or bark too much, your human may be asked to take you home. This next one stinks. Your human needs to clean up after you. So don't step in it and make sure they bring a pet waste bag. And we must all be healthy. That means vaccinations and license. Follow these rules and we can all enjoy the city of Fort Lauderdale's parks together.
I'm joined again by Morgan of the Florida Department of Health. He is the director of the Drowning Prevention Program. Morgan, thanks a lot for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So we're talking about pool safety. The fact is, water is everywhere in South Florida, but pools are also everywhere in South Florida. So why is it important for people to know about drowning prevention practices?
It's important to keep our homes to be water smart and to add barriers to be able to prevent kids from drowning.
Yes, and the pool here behind us has one of those barriers. What does something like this do to help prevent drowning?
Yeah, so this is a pool fence, which is one of the great essentials of having a pool is to put up a pool fence so that we can keep kids out from entering pools, especially when it's not swimming time.
Yeah, and the last time that we visited with you, we also spoke to a lifeguard who told us about not swimming alone.
Right.
Because even experienced swimmers can have something take place and they need somebody around to be able to help them if possible.
Exactly, it's always good to have a water watcher when you're gonna swim, so some adult and who's going to stay out of the pool and watch the kids while the kids are swimming and having a good time.
Right.
So this is not somebody who's in the water, not someone who's tanning or on their phone or listening to music. This is someone who's going to directly have their attention on the kids who are playing in the pool.
And it's a good idea to do that too, even for another adult, just to have somebody around keeping tabs on you because something could happen.
Correct, and even we've seen cases where even some of the best of swimmers become drowning victims just because something unexpected happens.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have somebody there.
Yeah, but fortunately you're here to help prevent that. So tell me, what else should people do to keep safe around the pool?
So something else that they can do to stay safe around the pool is to always, at their home pools, they can add door alarms on their windows and doors that will alert them if they're in another room or something like that. When the doors are opened, they make an alarm sound that will alert somebody, so then they'll know to respond to that emergency. Getting into swim lessons at an early age is definitely crucial. And so there are swim lesson programs all over Broward County that you can get involved in. And like I said, I'm just going to say it again, another resource that we have here is if you go to watersmartbroward.org, you can apply for a swim lesson coupon. And swim lesson coupons are up to age 8 years old, and you can start applying for them as early as 6 months.
When it comes to drowning prevention in general, but especially with kids, what are some steps we can take?
So we want to be sure, one thing that's important is that when we're actually done swimming in your pool, you want to make sure that you collect and you take those toys out of the pool. Because we don't want to leave anything that entices kids to go get a toy that might have fallen in the pool. And then you want to make sure that when you're done, that pool fence is closed so that the child is not even able to get in there as well. And there's nothing enticing the child to be able to go and get in the water.
Now, of course, the pool is the obvious location for drownings to take place, but around the home there are some other risks. What are those?
So there are some other risks just in the home. So mop buckets is definitely one. You want to make sure you don't leave mop buckets on the ground. Another one is ensuring that you put your toilet seats down and make sure that when the bathroom is not in use that the door is closed. And you also want to make sure when it's bath time that kids aren't taking baths by themselves and that there's not any other large amounts of water that are around the home that kids could get into, especially when we are not in the direct vicinity of, or it's not being monitored.
Now, of course, drowning isn't exactly what people might think of it as in their head. It's not somebody going, help, help, help. What does drowning actually sound like?
Right, so drowning can happen in several different ways. You know, that an active drowning victim is not going to always be screaming or calling out for help like we see in a lot of movies and situations. It's very quiet, and it can happen in a matter of seconds.
And if people would like to learn more, how can they?
So you can go to our website, which is watersmartbroward.org, and you can look at the informational resources that we have on our website, as well as apply for a swim lesson coupon for the child. In addition to that, you're able to pair a parent coupon because in the state of Florida, there are a lot of parents who do not know how to swim. So one of the great resources that we have here in Broward County is that you're able to add a parent to that child's coupon, and the parent and the child are able to get lessons at participating locations all over the county.
What a beautiful thing.
Yes, it's a great thing, great resource.